Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great morning so far. This morning, we're going to be in Isaiah 9, verse 6. And I know there's a lot going on this week and there's a lot of busyness, but it's always good when we can take just a few moments and focus in on the morning and start with a healthier focus to the day. So today, we're going to be talking about the peace that we all long for from Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. Once again, a very familiar text that I know you have heard many times. But Isaiah 9 6 says, "For a child will be born for us, a son will be given to us, and the government will be on his shoulders. He will be named Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, and Prince of Peace." You know, in a world with conflict, in a world with uncertainty, and certainly a world with constant noise, the promise of Jesus as our Prince of Peace really does stand out as a treasure beyond comparison. You know, Isaiah's prophecy reminds us that peace is not merely the absence of trouble, but it's the presence of a person, and that person is Jesus Christ himself. His peace reaches into the deepest parts of our hearts, and it quiets our fears, and it calms our anxieties. So, as we move through the holiday season, pressures often tend to increase. Yet Christ offers a peace that is steady and it is absolutely unchanging. And this peace is rooted not in our circumstances, but in his character, which remains faithful and absolutely dependable. So when Jesus came into the world, he brought with him the fullness of God's peace, bridging the gap between sinful humanity and a holy God. And the peace that he gives is not temporary and it's not fragile. It is strong enough to endure life's storms, and it's gentle enough to soothe the weary soul. So Christmas reminds us that God's peace is not an abstract idea. It took on flesh and lived among us. And Christ invites us to rest in him, to trust in him, and to follow him, knowing that his rule brings righteousness and justice and true security. You see, it's his peace that does indeed surpass all understanding because it flows from his divine presence. So, as followers of Jesus Christ, we are called not only to receive his peace, but also to reflect it. The holiday season gives many opportunities to display the peace of Christ in our relationships, in our conversations, and in our responses. And when frustrations arise or expectations go unmet, his peace can empower us to choose patience and kindness and humility. And the Prince of Peace rules in our hearts so that his peace can shine through us. In a culture that is hurried and oftentimes harsh, believers have the privilege of showing the world a better way, a life that's anchored in the peace that only Jesus Christ provides. You see, Christ came as the Prince of Peace, offering a deep and lasting peace that rests in his character rather than resting in our circumstances. And so, as his followers, we can live out this peace daily through trusting and surrendering, responding as Christ would have us respond. So I would encourage you to spend 5 minutes each morning just reflecting on a scripture about Christ's peace. Take some time to do that. And then choose one relationship where you will intentionally practice peace this week. And then finally, pray daily for Christ's peace to rule in your life, in your heart, and in your home. Have a great day, and we'll look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow morning. Take care.